Can you see the slides?
Yep.
Okay. So yeah, let's start. Good morning and good evening, everyone, from wherever you are joining. Welcome to today's webinar. For those of you who missed the last webinar, it's fine. We are going to talk about everything, all the details in this seminar as well. So let me introduce myself first. I'm Janatul Firdaus, working as a business development manager at Stockholm IT Academy. And now let's look into what we're going to cover today. So you can see today's agenda. We are going to start with first little background about Stockholm IT Academy and how it was founded, the man behind this, and also then we will talk about our mission, vision, goals, and talk about how we are empowering women, also talk about our key services, courses, and if you have any question and queries, you can write in the Q&A session. We're going to reply. So let's start. At first, before knowing Stockholm IT Academy, we need to know about the person who and why founded the company. So you can see the entrepreneur and educator, Mr. Jagadish Varma, is a founder of Stockholm IT Academy. He is empathic and strongly supports diversity and inclusion. He understood the skills gap and challenges faced by IT professionals. So this is why he started Stockholm IT Academy in 2020 to support the professionals by building their skills and guiding them toward the right career path and skills needed. So as you can see, he has 15 years of experience in IT, consultancy, and staffing. And he also became the Educator of the Year in 2024. You can see from this picture. And it was a very proud moment for all of us. And he also got nominated Educator of the Year in 2025. So now let's see. Although he got all of these credits and awards, he just didn't stop there. He kept inspiring the Swedish job market as well by helping the international talent with job search strategy, promoting diversity and inclusion, and helping the right network and career paths. As you can see from this picture, he was also featured in local newspaper because of his contribution. And now let's see what we do in Stockholm IT Academy exactly. We make a dreamlike career in IT accessible to everyone, and we also inspire change through active learning, where you'll be learning and participating. And why we do it? We believe in proper coaching that it has the power to transform you and your future, along with your career. And now you must have a question how exactly we are doing it. So we provide job-oriented training, we observe and adapt our learners, and also we draw expertise when it's needed within you, and we try to inspire you to do it. And now let's see our mission, vision, value, and promise. So our mission is to make the tech industry more equal and accessible for everyone. We also inspire international talent in Swedish market as well as in other markets too. So our vision is we aim to shape 100K IT professional by bridging skills gap and providing hands-on learning, mentorship, and practical experience for a successful tech career. And our value is in diversity, fresh thinking, and working together to make a tech industry stronger and more open for everyone. And what is our promise? Our promise is mainly to connect you with the people who need the skilled professional and the companies. And it is never too late to fulfill your dream, so we always believe that you should start. And now we don't only do whatever the promise we have make for you, but we also empower women. And what we believe is that for the women, it is never too late to fulfill your dream. We believe in equal opportunities and also equal learning through diversity, inclusion, and empowering women in tech career. All of our courses are highly standardized for you, and highly interactive. We will help you get back your confidence and be the best. And our core services, it includes academy, we also have consulting, we also have staffing, we also have outsourcing. But today we're mostly going to talk about the academy. So in our academy, what we do is that we offer easy to follow training courses to help individuals learn new skills and grow in their professional careers. And we also have consulting. In consulting, we guide individuals with expert advice to solve career or skill related challenges. And then we also have staffing. In staffing, we help individuals find the right job opportunities that match their skills. And in our outsourcing, we provide individuals with work opportunities by connecting them with real projects. And along with all these courses, we provide direct training and mentorship. With our training and mentoring, more than 60 candidates, they have secured jobs in different IT companies, which was quite a great achievement for all of us. And all of our courses are highly internationally standardized. And you can see these are our courses. In the past, we offered these courses, and currently we are offering 6 courses, which includes manual testing, automation testing. Then we also have manual and automated testing both. And then we have Python, we have JavaScript, we also have TypeScript and spoken English. And these are the courses for the future because we also think about the future, what is in demand in the market, and considering that, we always try to develop our course offerings. So these are the courses, and all these courses that we're currently offering, these are internationally standardized. Repeating again, and these courses we have offered in the past depending on the needs, and currently we are offering these courses. It is also important in the tech industry. And all of our courses will be covered by our expert mentors who will guide you towards realistic experience and implementation. Not just a bunch of theories that you have to memorize. You'll be actively participating and learning what is there and how you're going to implement in the job market. And we also care about what is going to happen in the future. So you can see these are the courses we're thinking. And currently we're also having 4 events. We already held 2 events on automotive industry. So if you're interested in automotive industry as well, you can join our event and follow our pages for the updates regarding the future industry. And now after listening to this, I'm sure you're curious to join with us, and you must be asking how to join with us. And this is how you're going to join. So we have our website here. You can visit stockholmitacademy.com, and there you will see the courses that we're offering, the price, and how you're going to register. You will also find the link, and depending on your needs, you can select multiple courses if you want. So this is all from me. If you have any question, you can ask. And now I would like to invite Jagdish to add more details to it. Thank you.
Hi. Thank you, Gentle. That was a wonderful presentation as usual. Okay, so without much further delay, I would like to hand the session over to Vikas to walk you all through the automation testing curriculum and then the nitty-gritties of it. So Vikas, over to you. At the end, after Vikas has delivered his session, we will take Q&A. So all your questions you can start posting in the Q&A section, but we will answer completely at the end. There is no Q&A in between. Vikas, over to you.
Thank you, Jagdish. Okay, so let me kind of quickly give you the roadmap about how we are kind of going with the UI as well as API automation. So to be, let's say, talking about the automation stuff, right? I have an exposure almost like more than 12 plus years of experience into IT. That is including uh, AI as well, along with the UI as well as API automation. And I have been working on various domains. When I talk about domains, I'm mostly talking about various such as e-commerce, database, Salesforce, API, UI. So almost like loyalty, rewards, BFSI. So almost all the domains which you can think from the UI as well as API automation. I do have the exposure on that. Currently, I am more focused as of now from today's agendas section that I'll be more inclined towards the API as well as UI automation. Okay. So talking about the course content, talking about how we are going to have the approach. So overall, I'll be mostly into I obviously need to start with one of the programming language. So I'll quickly share my screen and walk you through that. Okay. So I'm sharing my screen. I would request everyone can see that. So overall, we will be kind of talking about one of the automation tool that is Playwright. Okay. So why Playwright? What are the advantage of Playwright? How we are going to have the approach? We will discuss in detail. Okay. So first of all, Playwright is kind of right now having almost like a very good upward graph compared to Selenium, Cypress, and other automation tool, because Playwright is come kind of coming with lot of add-on plugins over the market that are open source. We are able to use in our automation stuff with respect to CI/CD process, with respect to integrating with various social network plugins such as Slack, Teams, any of the plugins which you can talk about. So we can integrate that to have a transparent, let's say, report whenever our CI/CD is kind of triggering. And it has got very beautiful capability with almost like all type of reports. It has very like got an added advantage for the API automation as well, because whatever you guys are thinking from the, let's say it will cover only UI automation, it will not cover API automation, it is wrong belief. We will be able to cover everything under one roof, to be honest, because Playwright will support your both, that is API as well as UI automation. Okay. Talking about the course content or what all things we will be having. Okay. It will be obviously very basic, like it will be, we will be starting from basics of JS. Okay. Our current focus will be a programming language called as JavaScript. So we need to make sure that everyone has clarity on the JS part. So JS is required, guys, to be honest. So we will kind of start with basics of JavaScript, and towards the completion of JS, after that we need to kind of do the proper setup for Playwright installation. And to be honest, we have got various LLM agentic agents creation logic for Playwright with the help of current capability that is called as Playwright MCP. So if you compare with other, let's say, automation tool right now which are present in the market, Playwright has got a beautiful AI, ML, agentic, LLM, all type of capability which you can think in the current modernization automation world. Okay, so that's the reason, if you notice over the period of last 7 to 8 months, right, market has kind of had got very, let's say, very this thing, almost like all organizations are trying to move their current automation script, whatever they have developed in Cypress, or let's say in Catalan, in Karate framework, they are trying to migrate those into Playwright due to obvious advantage, guys. Okay. And as you guys are already aware, if not, then Playwright is having a backup from the Microsoft itself. Okay, so you will not have any challenges with respect to community support, with respect to whatever support right now, which is required from the initial setup to kind of triggering the test case. Okay. So, talking about the course content, course syllabus, overall, I would obviously I do have some roadmaps ready with me, which is more of a like what all modules we will be talking about. Okay, so if you notice carefully, guys, these are the modules. Obviously, at the end of the course content, I'll share this with Jagdish so that it can be circulated over. So these are most probably, like you can say, from the basics of, you can say, whoever is not having any backup, or let's say any background towards the automation stuff, that particular candidate, that particular resource can also kind of think about this, because we are kind of going from very like zero to kind of have the understanding of what is variable, how we are creating a variable, how the looping concept works, how conditional statement work, what are data types, how we are handling the switch case. All this will be covered with a real time examples, how it going to kind of use in our automation framework. So all this module, whatever I'm trying to showcase right now on my screen, we will touch base the real-time example for each one of them, guys. Okay, if I'm talking about variables, JS is supporting only three data constants, that is let, where, and const. So we will pick each example of it. What is the scope? How we are using it? What is the advantage? Why? What variable we? What type of data we need to use? So we will have a detailed discussion on this. Okay. So at the each, let's say once the concept is completed, we will have the real time assignment for pertaining to that particular topic, so that you guys obviously can give a try in your dummy project, and you can kind of make sure that it is running and kind of keep that in your records. Okay, so each topic, whenever it is completed, okay, you need to have a respective assignment pertaining to that. Okay, so that is about the respective module, irrespective modules. So JavaScript module 1. So similarly to this, we have control flow looping concept. Then we have function and scope, array and object. So whatever I'm speaking right now, guys, whatever modules or whatever topics you guys can see, it covers almost like 95% of your current scope, whatever Playwright is kind of supporting, guys. And as you guys are aware, Playwright is having every 1 month there will be a new release, guys. Okay, so obviously you will be keep on like upgrading or upskilling with the latest feature, latest let's say functionality what Playwright is supporting. Okay, so with respect to JS, you will have the clarity on what developer has, because right now currently all the applications which comes for the automation, guys, almost like all let's say projects are kind of built on JS, Angular, Node, those type of project. Okay, so having the understanding on JS will be an added advantage throughout your journey. You need to upskill with the JS language, guys. Okay, so this whatever modules I am talking about, guys, it is purely for JS part. Okay, so in this module, you will at least have 70 to 75% of clarity what JS is, how to read the JS language, what are the different, you can say, whenever I give you a code, you will be able to have the basic understanding of that code. And here, if you see, with the obviously each module will have its own weightage, guys. Okay, once we are completing the module, as I told you, module by module, you will have the respective assignment for those topics, guys. Okay, so once module 1 is completed, we need to move to module 2, which will be talking about, let's say, what are the various advanced concept, how to handle promise, how to resolve promise, what are the try catch block, how to reject the promise. Okay, same is the case with how to kind of, because we need to have the clarity on the API part as well, guys. So if you notice, we are kind of having the clarity on, because we will be kind of doing manual validation and then we'll jump onto the automation. Okay. So this two module will make sure that your basics are covered with respect to manual testing and JavaScript. Okay. So once manual testing, JavaScript and API validation is completed, then we need to do the setup, guys. To be very open, to be very honest, guys, doing a setup with respect to Playwright is a lot more easier compared to other let's say automation tool, guys. It hardly take maximum half an hour to understand the setup and to begin with your particular project, whether it is UI, API domain, any type of project from scratch. And obviously all the process which is required from pushing the changes to get CI/CD process, everything we will be able to handle it, guys. Okay, so here if you notice, as I told you, setup is will be hardly like maximum half an hour to 45 minutes. You will have the complete clarity how to do the setup. And very important, module 4 is talking about the locators, guys. Okay, so obviously each and every UI, right, whenever we do the setup, okay, every UI setup has got something to identify over the UI part. So that is called in JavaScript as, I mean, not in JavaScript, overall automation journey, we call it as locator. Okay, so how we are using it in our Playwright section, how to do the setup, what are the various methods to identify the locators, how to use them, what is the best strategy, everything we will discuss in details, guys. So guys, please, I'm repeating one more time, all the modules whatever you can see right now on my screen, okay, each and every module will be discussed in detail with respect to real-time live programming for each of the module, and making sure everyone are clear, then only we will move to the next specific whatever, let's say, module or topic will be available. Okay, so once everyone are having clarity on this module 5, after that we will have the obviously a little bit on the advanced concept about how we are kind of doing the network inspection interceptions, what are the CDP Chrome dev tool, how to read the tool, how to kind of have the accessibility testing, because Playwright has got a lot of added advantage, guys, to be honest. Okay. After that, we will have the CI/CD integration, doing the page object model setup, obviously doing the complete, let's say, reading the data-driven approach, keyword-driven approach, CI/CD as in like with the help of GitHub Actions, Jenkins, Azure functions, okay, whatever is required in kind of creating a YAML file, how to run those YAML file, how to kind of do the, let's say, Dockerization for the complete project framework which has been created, right? How to run that particular in the Dockerization by using the container logic. So everything will be discussed in detail, guys. Okay. To be very precise, guys, for this particular journey, we need to have some background on the manual part, guys. Manual testing, guys, to be honest. So manual testing, I will obviously have little bit idea on that part, because as you guys are aware, if you want to jump onto automation for any of the like any of the project, right, you need to make sure that your application is stable. Unless and until your application is not stable, it is not working, we cannot kind of migrate to automation journey. Okay, so please remember, whenever we start like your, let's say, doing the project setup from scratch, it is mandate that you are doing the manual validation, manual stability, because obviously you will have a dedicated environment, guys, we call it as QA environment. So that particular environment will be stable, and on that environment only you need to do the complete UI or API automation. Okay. Other than this, guys, we will have a talk based on JMeter. We will have the talk based on you can say Postman, because as you are aware, for API automation, you need to have the stability of APIs. Okay. Unless and until APIs are not stable, we will not be able to kind of deliver the API automation. And all this journey whatever I talked of, guys, okay, it will be in the agile methodology. Okay, so whatever 12 principles or 4 manifestos whatever we have, right, with respect to Kanban board, making the agility logic, how, what is the difference between Scrum, what is the difference between various Fibonacci series, what is planning poker, how the story estimations happens, how to use Jira, Confluence, how we are using X-ray, all these plugins which is provided by Atlassian, right? So obviously in real time, current in the current IT world, almost like all the organization are using Jira. Okay, or not Jira, then Rally or some or the other but yeah, percentage wise, Jira and Confluence has got almost like 75 to 80% right now in the current all over the world, I would say. Okay, whether it is automation, whether it is development. So this is the overall, I would say, syllabus and coverage with respect to JS. Okay. And once the, let's say, framework is created, we will have the real-time setup of a particular project. It may be related with e-commerce. It may be related with banking. So how to do that particular setup from scratch, we will discuss in detail. And that particular framework we will have from scratch, kind of covering the, you can say, like page object model, including utility logic. And we will have the API automation with the concept of REST assured type of framework. Okay. And both, obviously, we will be kind of, there will be two frameworks on each, like two framework for UI, two frameworks on API. Okay. So in the second framework regarding UI will be mostly related with the BDD approach of writing. Okay, it's like the as you guys are aware, you might be aware about Cucumber. So Cucumber behavioral data driven is the kind of discussion which we will be having in detail about kind of creating the framework from scratch. Okay, and other than this, guys, whatever let's say you can see about each this thing, right? As you will be aware, right, this particular JS language will be also getting updated over a period of time. So whatever latest advanced, let's say features or logic which will be required from the JavaScript point of view, which is related with the Playwright, right? We need to kind of make sure that we are kind of covering those. Okay. And along with this, the editor which we will be focusing on, guys, is VS Code and Cursor. Okay. So Cursor is something which is, if you Google it, you will come to know that Cursor, Cloudy, all these are nothing but having a beautiful capability with respect to AI LM. So we will have a complete, you can say very good journey with respect to kind of having a beautiful understanding on the AI as well as LLM part, guys. Okay. So, other than this, guys, we need to touch base, as I told you, manual testing stuff as well, because it is required, to be very honest. Okay. And then, whatever will be your real-time query with respect to, in case if you have stuck with respect to any of the setup part or something, feel free to kind of unmute and speak up at any point of time during our course, let's say whenever we start our real-time journey with respect to Playwright with JS. Perfect. I hope everyone has got the clarity with respect to course content. And guys, this module, I'm not saying that these are the fixed module. There will be some added topic to this. Okay. Because as you are aware, as in when automation, because right now there is a concept of GraphQL which is coming into picture. So obviously GraphQL topic I might not have introduced over here. So how to do the validation for GraphQL API. So that will be included after this topic. Okay. Because whatever almost like 80 to 90% coverage as a UI or API automation tester is required, right? We will try to make sure that that is being covered with this particular course content. That's my clear objective for this particular automation testing course, guys. Perfect. I think I'm good, Jagdish.
Okay, thank you, Vikas. So, if anyone has any questions related to the technical questions, basically related to the curriculum or playwright or automation in general, you can ask while Vikas is here. Once that is done, Vikas will take leave because he has some work today. After that, I can answer questions related to joining and the other stuff. Okay, Dinesh is raising his hand. I will let you ask your question, Dinesh. Okay, whoever wants to speak and ask questions, you can raise your hand, so I will allow you to talk. Dinesh, please ask.
Yeah, hi Vikas.
Hey, hi, Dinesh.
Yeah, hi. Actually, your introduction and your curriculum it is good, but I have a doubt. Like, suppose if we have learned everything in this courses, and I'm joining in a some company XYZ company, and they are asking me to build from the scratch the automation
Mm-hmm.
framework. Can I able to build it?
Yeah, that's what I mentioned, right? As we will have a real-time practice for both API as well as UI, kind of creating the framework from scratch. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you will be able to create it. That's not an issue. Okay. The only challenge or only concern will be is like the coverage part, to be honest, because As in you, whenever you create a framework, right, you obviously have the confidence, or you need to kind of make sure that the coverage is almost like 90 to 100%, right? Which is not possible once whoever is kind of creating the framework from scratch for the first time, to be honest. Okay.
Mm,
So when you create a framework from scratch, there will be some scenarios, some test cases which may be missed. So you need to kind of keep on making a trial and error logic. After around, let's say, a month or 1.5 month, where you have almost covered around, let's say, 60 to 65 test cases, you will
mm,
feel confident in that part as well, where the coverage will obviously increase from 75 to 95. But yeah, to be honest with you, initial let's say there may be some challenge. That challenge will be due to the, let's say, how this scenario, there may be complexity with respect to how to integrate with third party apps, how to read the
mm,
dashboard from so and so particular page. So those test case you need to execute manually. Okay.
mhm.
100% automation, to be very honest, is not possible
Possible.
if you are working in, let's say, unless and until you are working in fully, let's say, single page, single domain application. If you have multiple domains where you need to validate some stuff in some other dashboard, something like that, it is
Mm,
obvious not possible. So those test case you need to rewrite somewhere and need to manually execute.
yes.
Okay. So yes, to answer, you will be able to, I'm not saying 100%, at least 75 to 80% you will be able to start with that journey. And
Mhm.
you, whatever test case you might miss or something, you need to kind of inculcate later by taking respective Jira story for that.
Okay.
Yep.
And how about the CI/CD? Like you have said, right? You will be able to teaching. So it will be in a real-time example, right? When you are
Yeah, CI/CD, we have a support for Jenkins, we have the support for GitHub Actions, and we have the support for Azure Pipeline, to be honest. Okay.
okay.
Now, it depends on organization to organization. Okay.
Mm,
Some organization may obviously having a beautiful support for Azure, right? They might have taken all the licensing and
right.
everything from Azure,
Mhm.
that is Microsoft, right? So in
Mm,
that case, you need to kind of create the pipeline via is Azure only. There is no other choice. Somebody will say, no, we need to kind of do it with the GitHub Actions. So we will be, so Playwright is supporting all type of CI/CD, whichever,
mm,
let's say you name it, it will support it. Okay. The only change or only change is required is in the configuration part of the YAML file,
okay.
which you will be creating at the very beginning. Okay.
Mhm.
So YAML configuration is very straightforward, to be honest. Okay, right now a lot of resources are available over the let's say over the internet. And
Mm,
internet, as in I'm talking about like whatever system which is required for you to run the test case, it is available. Okay. So once
okay.
you set up and create your YAML file, you need to do trial and error. And after that, we will be able to kind of trigger the test case based on the cron setting. You hope, I know, like cron setting is nothing but like you are running your test case daily once, daily twice, or something like that. So whenever who is doing a push to particular repo, automatically that particular YAML file will get triggered, and
Mm,
we will get the report at the end of the execution over the email or Slack or Teams channel.
yeah, okay.
Yep.
And this will be in agile methodology, right? While teaching
Yes,
also.
agile, because 90% of the project right now in current, I mean, almost like all the organizations are following 2 week sprint or maximum 3 week sprint, to be honest.
Yes, yes, okay. Yeah, we also following the same thing, so that's why I have a doubt.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
Agility.
And what about the TypeScript? If we learn JavaScript, it can be easily learned with.
75 to 80% will be same. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
20% you need to understand the config part. Otherwise, 70 to 75% almost the content, POM style or JS, utility file, data driven file, test data folder, result folder, everything will remain same. Okay. Only change is with respect to some of the configuration part. Otherwise, almost like 75 to 80%, the project will remain same in terms of syntax also, to be honest.
Okay, okay. Thanks, Vikas, for your answers.
Okay.
Thanks, Dinesh.
Who wants to talk next? Please raise your hand if you want to ask your question. Shiva, do you want to ask your question? If yes, can you please raise hand so that I can see the pop-up in attendees list? Let me search for you, Shiva Reddy. Yep.
Yeah, hi Shiva. You are on
Shiva.
mute if you're speaking.
Yep.
Yeah, is it audible?
Yes.
Yeah, you are audible.
Yeah, yeah, hi, yeah. And it was nice. I mean, your introduction, all the content you shared. Uh, for what my question was, I have complete 9 years of experience into manual and functional testing using
Mm-hmm.
SAP and Oracle as well. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
my concern was I don't have any, I mean, complete zero knowledge into this coding part. I have tried of
Mm-hmm.
learning the Java, but yeah, it didn't work well with for me. So I was
Okay.
continuing the same, but I just wanted to change this domain, not to stay in manual testing. I just wanted to upgrade. I'm giving a try, and I mean, I was working in Tosca actually using Tosca, where we
Yeah,
don't require
task
much
automation.
coding.
Yes. No
Yeah,
code. Yeah.
yeah, but the thing is the when I mean if I want to change the I mean any
Mm-hmm.
job or somewhere
Okay.
else, there were some limitations with Tosca because it's a licensed tool,
Yes.
right? So only
Yes.
few
Yes.
companies were using that, and there won't be any much bigger team there as well. So I don't want to
Currently
be that
also,
rare
um,
case.
yeah, understood. So when you have kind of learnt Java, in which year? Like, is it recent or it
No, no,
was
it's been
little bit?
long. I mean, starting of the
It's been long.
career, 2016
Yes.
around.
Yeah, the reason I'm asking is because as I'm in today's world, right? The reason I have mentioned a lot of content with respect to AI ML actually, right?
Yeah.
The to be honest, for the people like you, where the coding, let's say you don't have any coding background, or let's say we are difficult. Obviously, basics we will have a touch base on all the concept which is from the JS part. Okay, but you mentioned that you have the functional knowledge, right? The functional knowledge is
Yes.
what is required from the building the automation script. Okay, so
Yeah.
why functional knowledge is required? Because like from this screen I need to click on this button, from this screen, after that I need to kind of select the value from drop down, after that select the checkbox, then click on next button. So you are aware about those scenarios, right? What would be the next
Yeah.
page, what would be the so that is what required, to be honest, from the let's say starting this particular like creating the automation script. As far as programming language is concerned, I know like a lot of issues, like a lot of people will have the same concern that I might have started multiple times this PL programming language, but I was not able to catch up. The reason is simple, guys. The reason is because we are not doing continuous, let's say if you would have written at least 5 programs, 6 program on daily basis on Java for next 2 to 3 months, you might have some confidence. I'm not saying zero confidence, at least like 60 to 65 you will be aware like what is array, what is linked list, what is hash map, what is hash table. So you might be aware about those topics. Okay, so here also when I say that you will have the good knowledge on JS, the condition is that whatever effort I might take from scratch for making you to have the clarity on JS, obviously on daily basis, as I told you, you will have the respective assignment on those topic that you need to mandatory complete with respect to JavaScript. Then only your JS knowledge will be, I'm saying 60 to 65. I'm not saying 80% also till now. 60 to
Okay.
65%. Okay, unless and until you kind of don't do at least 5 to 7 programs on daily basis on JS. Okay, so once you
Mhm.
do that practice, it will hardly take maximum 35 to 40 minutes to kind of write the program. If you are not able to, as I told you, current situation in the IT industry is you are open to use Chat GPT, LLM, Cloudy, Gemini, anything, guys. Okay, because
Okay.
that will suggest you multiple ways to write the same program. Whichever, if you think, let's say, I'm able to understand this language, obviously, as you know, right, with the respective, let's say, logic, it will suggest you the answer in the same fashion. So through that, you will have the clarity of understanding the lines, understanding the program. And I'm not saying you will have 100% confidence. You will reach up to 65 to 70% of confidence in JS programming, like JavaScript programming. Okay. Once you have the capability on understanding the framework, you will have 75. The 75 will reach to 85. Okay. And then we will have the good confidence in kind of creating the framework from scratch, whether it is API or whether it is UI. Okay.
Okay, Vikas. I mean,
Yeah.
I can understand I mean, if someone writes the code, yeah, I mean, I can understand the logic. But the thing is, if someone
But
asks me
when
to
we are
write the
creating,
complete code,
the code, that time we face issue. I know that
yeah,
most of the time in interview they ask you to share your screen and try to write. We are completely
yes,
blank, to be honest, right? The reason is simple because we might have not practiced a lot of programs over the respective editor. That's a major reason, nothing else.
okay, Vikas. I hope this will help me. I
Yeah,
mean,
absolutely.
then
Right. That's what.
because I thought like, yeah, if I try to upgrade and this thing will be carry forwarded for me like
No,
for many years.
like
So
if
I
I
thought
if
of
I
like
say
stepping into now again. Why not
no, if
now
I
and give
say
it a try?
JavaScript now on daily basis, it is mandatory whether it is because unless and until you will not write the code right, you will not have the clarity on what all keywords are there, what is promise, how to handle promise, what is async, what is await, what is all these are kind of questions which is being asked in the real time interview. Okay. So
Yeah.
if you use this word, you will feel confidence. Yeah, I have heard this word. I have heard this particular keyword, right? Then only you will be able to answer those type of questions in your real time interview.
Does again JavaScript require like again the knowledge of Java or something, or else we can directly go with JavaScript,
You can directly
Vikas?
jump to Java, not JavaScript, not a problem. That's not a mandate. Almost like 95% it is altogether you can start from scratch, to be honest.
Okay, Vikas. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Shiva. If anyone has any questions, you can raise your hand, unmute, and ask. While listening to Vikas' answers to Shiva's questions, I pulled out a couple of testimonials from previous students. Vikas very recently finished one playwright automation batch. More than 20 people, I think around 30 people joined, somewhere between 20 30 people joined in that group. Some of them already got jobs in Sweden, actually. So I will play one of those testimonials, just around 1 minute. After that, I will take question from you, Srikant. Let me share my screen. Let me know if you can hear the sound. Thank you for SITA team for organizing bootcamp by using Playwright JavaScript test automation tool. And before I worked in Selenium using Java, but I'm little bit afraid how to start in learning a new language like scripting language like JavaScript and how to learn a new tool like Playwright. But after attending these sessions, I got a confidence and about this tool, and I can right away implement this knowledge in the project. That much assurance I get from this bootcamp. And while coming to these sessions are really informative. My mentor, because he teach everything and give a recording, and give assignments and hands-on knowledge how to implement the theoretical part into the real-time experience. And he described a lot of frameworks like a POM model, Cucumber model, and also API testing. And he took a lot of real-time examples to describe the testing automation. And also, and moreover, these sessions are really helpful to me. If for suppose if I get job tomorrow, I can right away implement this knowledge into my project. That much confidence I got after attending these sessions. Thank you for everything. Okay, so I would like to add one thing. A lot of things we cannot cover in today's session, but I can tell you one thing, our sessions are very well structured. It's not like you will attend a session for 1 hour and then you will get some slides, get some content and recording, and then after that on your own, and then next session happens and next session happens. In 2 months the curriculum is finished. It's not like that. So you will get assignments, you will get tasks, you will be challenged. We will not just simply teach you, because you can find a YouTube recording if you just want to consume the information. But we are not, we don't operate in that style. We operate completely like a school. You can think of, you will be challenged, you will have tests. At least weekly one test we will conduct quizzes, we will test your knowledge, because for us also it is very important to understand how much you are learning. So we want you to become really really good hands on. Good, when we say good, by end of the course. That's how it is structured. So there will be a lot of activities around that. And I would also like to inform one more thing before I forget. Whoever joins manual testing or automation testing, you will also get, anyways Vikas will cover all the agile etc and all the agile principles, ceremonies and everything. We will also provide you a separate boot camp with certification on agile scrum. You will get separate certification on agile scrum. So keep that in mind, and we will do that only for this time, like as we are starting it for the first time outside of Sweden. So we are keeping the price less, and we are also offering more along with extra add-on courses. And in automation you will get UI automation, API automation. You will also get accessibility along with how to use, as Vikas explained, cursor, cloud and etc, so that you can use the AI tools to generate the code and improve the test coverage or improve your productivity. So there is a lot. This session is not enough to cover all. You just have to join and see to understand. I can provide around 20 such testimonials from around 25 to 30 people. All of them gave amazing video feedback. Some of them gave some text feedback also. We will also be posting them on our Instagram channel from next week or something like that. You can also find there. But yes, even that is not enough. Only if you join, you will actually understand what we offer. So who raised the hand before I share the testimonial? Should we go to Q&A? Okay, Srikanth. I am allowing to talk, Srikanth. You can, sorry. Uh, Srikanth Gaddi, right? You can unmute and ask, Srikanth. Okay, Josna, I am allowing. You can unmute and talk. Srikanth, you can talk after Josna.
Right. Is there any chance of beginning this session before Jan 12th?
No, it is not possible.
Okay.
Yeah, so we have fixed the schedule. But if you are curious, you are already added in the WhatsApp group, right?
That's true. Yes.
Yes. So then I will do one thing. I will book a meeting with Vikas. If you have any questions or if you want to prepare something, maybe get better at programming, you can plan. We will
Yeah,
plan.
that's true.
Yeah, we will plan a couple of sessions before Jan 12th, but the actual sessions as per the curriculum will start from Jan 12th.
But the thing is, I'm completely new to both manual and automation, so I was a bit curious.
Okay, so then no problem. You joined in the both, right? Manual and automation?
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I recommend those who are completely new to IT career, IT courses, join manual testing. If you want, you can join manual testing and automation testing, but don't join automation testing directly. Automation testing is for those who either have manual testing background or you have some working experience, like some people here. It's good so that you can grow in your career. If you have been working for a very long time as a manual tester, like 3 4 years, 5 years, 10 years, then it is time to learn Playwright. I won't even say automation testing, I will directly say Playwright. Playwright with JavaScript or TypeScript, and then the CI/CD pipelines and accessibility testing, and then AI, LLMs, how to use cursor, cloud, etc. Because that's the future. So that is very important. If otherwise, you can still work as a manual tester. You can still stay where you are. you can have a stable career, but if you want to really grow and if you want to have very competitive profile, then Playwright is the deal for next 10 years, I would say. Yep.
Sure, thank you.
Okay, just now you can go to the main room. Srikanth, you want to ask the question? Okay, Srikanth, I am sending you back to the attendees list. We will take questions from the Q&A section. Okay, Srikanth, now I'm allowing. Yep. Please unmute, ask.
Yeah, Jagdish. Are you able to hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, thank you, Jagdish, for giving me the opportunity to talk. Let me put it straight. I come from a non-technical background and do not have any coding experience. I currently work for the IT-enabled services. Will I be able to understand these concepts, and will I be able to compete in this space? Because I do not have some of the terminology that you and Vikas are using, it's like monsters for me. I would
Yeah.
definitely love to, come into this particular space of, testing and all. But I'm afraid, will I be able to cope up with the
Okay. How long have you
actually,
been?
you have answered part of it by saying that go for manual and all.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I'm little bit.
How long have you been working in your field, current field?
It's close to 20 years now.
20 years as a, can you be specific? You're working as a?
And right now, I am into digital marketing, working as an assistant manager.
Okay. Okay. So 20 years working experience in digital marketing as an assistant manager. It's a huge leap. Okay. We have cases in Sweden where people in their 40s with kids around 15, 16 years older kids
Mhm.
manage to start their career with
Mhm.
huge career breaks, like 10, 15 years of career breaks. But
Mhm.
I practically see as a mentor, I have been in mentoring field like around 15 years. As a mentor, I
Mhm.
see working professionals have both advantages and disadvantages at the same time. The advantages are you are already a working professional, you know how inside a company and how the company culture works, communication, meetings, etc., etc. You just have to add the tools. That is the advantage. But the second part is the disadvantage. You will not have time. Okay, you will
Mhm.
not have enough time. So I don't recommend automation testing to you. Okay,
Mhm.
manual testing is something the easiest and fastest way to enter into tech. And
Yeah.
the manual testing course that we are offering is also very less expensive compared to automation testing. So I would recommend only take manual testing. Don't even take manual and automation testing. Only take
Yeah.
manual testing. In 2 months, you will be in a position to decide for yourself whether it is
Okay.
for you or not, whether you can do it or not. I would, for example,
Mhm.
I can already tell you that once you 1 month is finished in manual testing, you will feel it very interesting because considering the tools and everything that you use as part of digital marketing and some other stuff, you feel it
Yeah.
more relevant and related and interesting also, manual testing part. And once you
Mhm.
learn at least one tool like Postman or other tool, it becomes more interesting. Then you feel more technical, hands-on stuff with that. That is exactly when you can decide, okay, so this is for me, and I can actually jump completely into it. And then after that, finding opportunity is not that difficult, having worked in some or other field. So it will not be that difficult. It's just a matter of time, and the transition happens. And the growth will also be much faster if you already have working experience in another field. The growth will also happen faster compared to someone who is starting from scratch.
Mhm.
Yep.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes. Yes. Okay, Srikant. Then let's go to others. Okay, someone raising hands and dropping hands, so it's very difficult to keep track. Let's move to Q&A section. Okay. Okay, one anonymous attendee asked, I'm not a technical person. Will I be able to excel pursuing a job after the course completion? Okay, so to all those complete beginners, absolute beginners, I recommend simply join manual testing course. And I also suggest, based on again my mentoring experience, don't overthink. We cannot maximize everything from one single course. So let's say you can't just become all of a sudden hi-fi software engineer just by buying one JavaScript course. Okay, we have to connect dots. Our communication skills, our technical skills, our problem solving skills, but it has to start from somewhere. So most of the people I have observed, and there are some people like in 2012, 2013, they reach out to me. Okay, I'm thinking of starting my career in IT. Right now, I'm not doing anything. And then I say, okay, good, join this course. At the time, we don't have any institute, so I recommend them to some institutions I know, but they don't join. They'll again come back another next year, and they say, okay, I'm still thinking. Next year, I'm still thinking. People were in touch with me like that for years, like 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. So people end up doing nothing. So that is not good. If you are completely absolute beginner, if you don't know where to start, where to go and all those things, just start at some point. After that, you will slowly connect the dots. You will learn the skills today and you will understand. You will meet with like-minded people. Your network will start changing. A lot of things will start changing around you. And then you will join maybe another course, or you will join some internship, or you will start attending meetings, webinars. You will be start hearing these things again and again everywhere. So you will be start hearing and seeing things which you used to ignore earlier. That's how it starts, and over the period of time you will get crystal clear clarity, like okay, this is for me. Or you might also get clarity, okay, this is not for me, or maybe this is for me. But if you do nothing, don't take any action, don't join anywhere, and simply sit, keep on planning, keep on thinking, keep on waiting for that right particular best fit course or program for you, that will never happen. That's not how life works. This is one thing I wanted to share based on my mentoring experience. Simply join in manual testing course that will give you in 2 months crystal clear clarity about whether it is for you or not. After that, you can start applying for the jobs and start upskilling yourself in performance testing, automation testing, and some agile scrum master, etc., etc. So you can plan the next steps. So there is one popular saying, right? You don't have to have a light till the destination. You just have to have a light till next few meters to go along the path. So use that analogy whenever you are ending up in overthinking. Okay, that is one question for technical or non-technical person, and you don't have to have any background for manual testing. It does, for that matter, in tech, I can confidently say you don't have to have any tech background, tech degree, any kind of educational, professional tech background to start with. You can start from scratch from where you are today. If you have some tech background, maybe you will go a little bit faster. If you don't have tech background, it will take a little bit more time. So we have to be realistic. We can't have unrealistic expectations. You can't compare yourself, with someone who finished 4 years of computer science degree, and if you finished a BCom, like without any computers. So you can't compare with them. Maybe they will go a little bit faster. They might learn in 3 months. You might learn in 4 5 months, which is okay. So you have to have that open mind to accept that reality. Okay, now I am Rajagulla Sujit. I am BTech third year. If you are a student, I would say close your eyes, just join. Join both manual and automation testing, and you will never regret. Trust me. But let me finish your question. BTech third year, second sem student with basic knowledge on Java, HTML, CSS, PHP, and Python. Some knowledge on database, but more Python. Tell me about this. Okay. Python and JavaScript or JavaScript and TypeScript are the most popular languages right now in the world. If I recommend anyone to learn anything, I recommend one of these two programming languages. I don't recommend any other languages. Uh, that does not mean that those languages does not have jobs or does not have future. They do have, but these languages are very popular. You can also check on internet by ranking, and not only that, they are also very easy to learn, and there is huge AI ML libraries are being built on top of this programming languages. That's why they will have a bright future, and you can generate a lot of code using AI, but you will not be able to modify it if you don't know the basics. So it's good that you know Python, but knowing one programming language is not enough to get a job. You can get into product-based companies if you become expert in data structures, algorithms, and system design and some other stuff. But you have to work after going in a company. So to work, you have to know the tools. You have to know the application of your skills. Where do you apply your programming skills? For example, if you learn JavaScript and if you learn one framework like Playwright, then you know how to do UI automation, API automation, accessibility automation, etc. Or if you learn JavaScript, if you learn one framework like React, then you know how to build front-end applications. If you learn Express.js, Node.js, then you know how to build backend applications. Same with Python. If you know some Django, Flask, then you know how to build backend applications and how to build APIs. Then if you learn some NumPy, Matplotlib, and SciPy, then you know how to do data analytics. And if you learn some TensorFlow and some other, then you know how to do deep learning, machine learning, etc. So everything starts from one layer, and then after that application layer, and then you can take it from there. So what you get here is the hands-on nature, like what people do in companies. That's what you will get. So you can connect all the dots. So if you are a student, just join. Close your eyes and join both in manual testing and automation testing. You will not only learn programming application, but you will also learn agile scrum. Agile scrum is the ways of working inside the company. So this will help not only getting the job, but also you will grow faster inside the company. Maybe your friends and some other classmates might not know all these things when they start working, but you will pick up very fast all of these things. And you also asked about course completion certification. Everyone will get three certifications. Let's say you join in manual testing and automation testing. You will get manual testing, software testing fundamental certification, and automation testing with Playwright certification. And you will also get Agile Scrum certification separately. Agile Scrum is something we are offering for anyone who joins manual or automation. If you are working anywhere in the world in any software company, you must know Agile Scrum. That's why we are also separately covering that. We'll put separate test for that, and we'll issue a separate certification for that. We'll also cover it as part of manual and automation also. Yes, I answered both of your questions, Sujit. If you have any follow-up questions, please ask in the chat. Likhit also studying third year right now. Choose manual testing. Yes, Likhita, sorry, I said Likhita. Likhita, yes, I strongly recommend, because testing is the entry point in tech. Later you can change to a DevOps engineer. You can also even become a developer. There is no one that's going to stop. The course starting date is Jan 12th. There is no one that's going to stop you from becoming a DevOps engineer or developer if you start as a tester. But testing is the foundation. Even as a developer, you need to do some testing. A DevOps engineer needs to do some testing. Everyone needs to do some testing. Everyone needs to understand the testing life cycle, bug life cycle, software development methodologies, etc. So the manual testing course becomes completely like a foundation for any of the IT courses. Everyone should learn, in my opinion, and everyone will agree with this, if I'm not wrong. So yes, Sujita, you can join. I will share the link in the chat about how to join the courses. So you can go to stockholmitacademy.com. The link is in the chat. All you have to do is to just select the course that you want and then simply buy it. And our course coordinator will add you into the WhatsApp group, private group, where we will share the meeting invites. We are also conducting personalized career counseling and guidance sessions for people who join before Jan 12th, so that you can ask your questions in a very closed group, very personalized questions. So don't have to wait until Jan 12th, because we close the batch once the seats are full. Once the batch is full, we are only starting 2 batches now from Jan 12th, morning 9:30 IST, one batch, and evening 5 p.m. IST, another batch. Only 2 batches, around 20-30 people per batch. That's the expected number. If the batch is full, we'll close morning batch and we'll open slots for only evening batch. If that is also full, we'll close. And I don't think it's possible to create another separate full-fledged batch. And Vikas also has only 2 slots available for next 4 months. So it's not possible to add a third batch. So please, if you are planning, please join as soon as possible so that your spot is reserved. Okay, I will check for some more questions from the beginning of the chat. Shiva, your question was answered, and Sujit question was answered. Course completion certification, as I said, you'll get around 3 certifications. You can add those certifications directly on LinkedIn, actually. They are shareable, they are verifiable. You can, okay. Okay, so Aparna was asking, any material apart from recording and during the practice, can we get a chance to share our expectations or issues that... Yes, so you will be added in a group where there is two-way communication. The sessions are not one way. We will not conduct sessions in webinar mode. We'll conduct them in a meeting mode, which means your video and mic you can always turn on. Video is not mandatory to turn on in the sessions, but mic you can always turn on, turn off, and ask questions. And you are anyways in the group, WhatsApp group. There you can share screenshots, post questions, ask for clarifications, etc. I hope I answered your question, Aparna. And yeah, so also would you provide resume suggestions and interview preparation on automation? Yes, that will be there. We will also conduct mock interviews. As I was saying some time back, it's a bit difficult to convey everything that we offer in this one session. If we get these good questions, we will be able to answer more. But only when you join, you will understand everything that we offer. There will be mock interviews, there will be resume guidance, there will be suggestions about projects and explanation, and so there will be a lot of things that we can offer. It's definitely not just come learn playwright and go. It will not be that setup. That will be 50 to 60%. The remaining 50 or 40% will be about getting a job, preparing mock interviews. I strongly believing as a mentor that getting a job is all about cracking the interview. Once we get into the field, working is not difficult. Working is always easy. Getting into the job is the difficult part, and the key for it is interview, and the key to crack interview is confidence, and the confidence comes through the practice and learning. So these are all very interlinked. So we focus on each layer. There are multiple layers before you become successful in this profession, whatever the profession you choose. So we will cover all the layers. Okay, Python, Sujit, I would also like to tell you that we will offer Python as an independent course alone. That will start somewhere in February. You can also check Python is available as an independent course. Right now we are offering it for very minimal basic price, like just 99 euros. Also, I would like to tell everyone for this batch, only these prices. Our actual price for a full-time vocational course in Sweden is 9,000 euros, because that is only for people living in Sweden with valid visa. As the salaries are high here and then getting job is difficult, we have such a high price as per Swedish and European standards. Whatever the courses we are offering, all the prices are completely low as per our standards, whatever we provide. And we're only doing it because it's the first time. And we want to see the response and the target audience and how many people are getting jobs, etc. So that's why we're offering it for very less. The price will be at least double, if not triple, or more than that by next batch. That is for sure. You will see the numbers changing very quickly. That's exactly what we did our courses in Sweden also. Initially, we offered it for 50,000 SEK, but now it is almost double, 100,000 SEK. 9,000 euros is 100,000 SEK, which is in INR around 8 to 9 lakhs as per the conversion rates right now. That is our course actually, course price actually. You can check in our main website, SITA.dev. So there you will see the list of the prices. Whoever joined, they pay that price here. And we take only around 10 to 15 people per batch here. So please keep that also in mind. Yes, Sujit, you can get the evening slot. You can choose any one slot of your choice and just join 9 a.m. or 5 p.m. Only 2 slots are available. Okay, Pratyusha is asking a question. Having manual experience around 5 years on testing and knowledge on automation, UFT, ETL, Postman, and don't have much hands-on above and don't have experience on Playwright, will I able to learn what is course fee for Indian? Okay, Pratyusha, for you, it's the best to join because we start Playwright from the scratch because he's really, really good with teaching. I'm not sure if I watched the testimonial just a minute ago I played. So she had Java, Selenium experience, that too very long back. And there were so many people who never had any experience. Some people I don't recommend, but some people who don't even have testing background also joined those sessions. They also got very good confidence in automating with UI and API. And we have recorded testimonials. We will be posting on our Instagram going forward. So yes, I strongly recommend you to join. You will in 2 months, if you have so much background already on automation knowledge, etc., you will get the maximum out of this course because those who don't have any background, any understanding, will become very confident after the course. So you can imagine someone who has some background and some knowledge in similar tools will get the maximum out of this tool, out of this course. And the price is, as you asked, it's 199 euros. Please convert as per today's price, it will be somewhere around like 21,000 INR or something like that. So you can visit the website. I will share the link again, stockholmitacademy.com, and select the course. Let me share my screen and show you once how it works. So you can go to the website stockholmitacademy.com. Now you want to join automation testing. Select this and make sure to enter your email and phone number. You can enter your WhatsApp phone number here so that we can directly add you into the group. If you don't have WhatsApp, it's completely fine, no problem. You can still enter your working phone number and enter your name. So these three are important for us so that we can directly add and just select your card. Mostly select card. A lot of people are selecting Amazon Pay. If your card is not enabled for international transfers, then the payment might be rejected. For some people, they face that issue. So make sure your debit or credit card, the international payments are enabled. Once you make the payment, you can disable the international payment. That's fine. And the payment happens through Stripe gateway. It's very secure. So once you make the payment, we will get these three details and your payment confirmation in our Stripe dashboard, and we will add you into our WhatsApp group. That's it. There is no other way. This is the straightforward and simple way to join the program. I hope I answered your question about payment. Hi, Lavanya. If you don't have any IT background and if you're working in a school, I would recommend joining only manual testing. If you finish data analytics, it is very good. Data analytics also a good starting point. But software testing, I would strongly recommend software testing to anyone who wants an entry point into tech because it's fastest and easiest compared to data analytics also. Data analytics is not that easy. You can start from basic, but it gets more and more complicated. But the best part with software testing is it is limited. The work or the learning anyone can do in it is limited. The base is limited. It is not too vast, so it will not confuse you too much. Once you know how to write test cases, how to write bug report, how to be as a tester in an agile scrum setup, then you learned almost 80 to 90% of the stuff as a tester. Whatever the remaining 10% is completely up to your interest. You can do PhD in testing also, but to learn 80 to 90%, it's very easy. So start with just manual testing. Okay, Aparna Hi Jagdish, I have already opted for automation testing course. I have received private group invite, but I haven't received slot for choosing option. I would like to go with evening 5 p.m. slot. Yeah, okay, Aparna, we have 20 more days. You are free to choose any slot, morning or evening. There is no problem. So it's okay completely. You have the option to choose either slot. But we will reach out to you. We will, when we decide to separate the groups based on morning and evening, we will reach out to you. Okay, any more questions from anyone? Divya, Navanitha. Navanitha, I think you tried to make payment using Amazon or something like that and it failed. So as I said, check if your international transactions are enabled or not. Sairam, Shravya, if anyone has any more questions. What is the timings in US and how many days in a week? Okay, does US have a fixed time zone? That's my question. Because I was also struggling to add time zones in US time zones. But I figured there are multiple time zones in the US. I can tell you in the IST only for now. And CET. In IST, 9:30 a.m. IST, one batch, and 5 p.m. IST, another batch. And Monday to Friday, we will have sessions, training sessions, technical completely. We are also planning to have one session during the weekend, which is either Q&A or a quiz, something like that. But you will not miss anything by not attending weekend sessions, but weekday sessions are mandatory. If you miss a session because of some reason, we provide recording, but we will not share recordings just like that. Because we want you to attend live sessions and learn from interactive sessions. So how many months? Manual testing 2 months, automation testing 2 months, but it might extend based on the participants' learning capabilities, interest. If people are practicing a lot, asking more questions, maybe it might extend 1 or 2 weeks, 2 weeks more. So we are flexible in that way. We don't just hurry conclude in 2 months everything. We go with the flow, but if everything goes as planned, both takes 2 months each, manual testing and automation testing. I hope I answered all your questions, Lavanya. I'm not sure if I missed any questions from the chat. So if I missed, please ask again. Otherwise, I think we are good for the day. We will conduct another session next week, but it will not be curriculum walkthrough. It will be something related to testing or some or other topic. It's the same webinar link. If you have registered, you can join. You can start making yourself as a habit of attending some regular sessions with us already. That's why we conduct. Because a lot of people, the major problem which I personally observed is not the skills, not the talent, it's lack of routine. Many people can do miracles if they have a very good fixed routine. So that's what you will get by joining more than anything else. So start habituating to some routine where you open up your laptop, you join and you start using your laptop, and also start doing something technical in that, start testing some application. So all these stuffs you will have a very regular activities. So that is something you should think of. So that's why if you're not working at all, if you're not doing anything right now, don't overthink too much for next 1 year. Okay, think for next 3 4 months. Okay, by March or by April in 2026, what will I be doing if I join this, if I don't join this? If you don't join this and if you are doing nothing and if you'll be exactly where you are, then you should be joining. If not this program, some program. Okay, I'm just using this program as an example. So think like that. So by joining this, I can 100% guarantee that by April 2026, you will be in a position where you are technically solid, strong, and more confident than you are today. And you can take it from there a little bit more, little bit more. So think in that context, and then you will be able to make some good decision. Okay, Lavanya asked a very interesting question. After after completing the course, how many years of experience can I add in this resume? Oh, okay, I don't know what to say, Lavanya. So the thing is, it's I don't recommend adding any experience. Okay. I know then immediately you will ask, okay, if there is no experience, there will be no jobs. People, only experienced people getting jobs, etc., etc. So I know that entire debate. I have been in this for almost 15 years. Adding experience is a risk you are putting on yourself. So, and I can tell you, like, I can actually tell you, I mean, even Vikas can also confirm that once you finish any of our courses, you are technically equal to around 3 to 4 years of experienced candidates. You will have the technical capabilities with latest tools and technologies in the market. But you as an individual should be very careful, because when we get a job, we should enjoy our work. It should not become a stress or burden. Only there is one nice saying in English, like a angry man fights with the less skilled person fights with his tools. Okay. If you have good tools, if you know how to use those tools, you will not fight with your tools, you will enjoy your work. So I can only recommend that you practice a lot, you become really good with your technical skills and communication skills, and have patience to get a decent opportunity. Maybe it doesn't pay too much at the beginning, but once you start working for 1 year or 2 years, and then you can actually get paid. Putting experience is like putting a lot of burden on you. Maybe you can weigh that burden, or you can't, we don't know. But I can definitely guarantee you, don't enjoy the journey. You don't enjoy the journey, it will be a little bit stressful, there will be a lot of imposter syndrome, etc., etc. So we are not an institution that encourages anyone to put any kind of experiences, though we know that people will get 3 to 4 years of equivalent experience, working hands-on experience by learning. That is something I will remain with no comments. Upender, we've provided the details of the content that you are asking. We will share the recording in in Instagram or somewhere. You will find if you are in WhatsApp channel, you will get the direct YouTube recording link, or you can also find our YouTube channel, Stockholm IT Academy. In brackets, you will find SITA.dev, SITA.dev. You will also upload there. We'll upload there. We'll share the link in WhatsApp channel. We'll also post some Instagram. Some or other way you will get the recording, so you can watch the course contents there. It was covered in the beginning by Vikas. Okay, Shravya is asking, I'm absolute beginner in IT field. You have advice to join manual testing. I want to join in both. What do you suggest? Yes, you can join in both. I'm not saying you should not join in both, but if you're absolute beginner, don't directly join automation testing. Join manual and automation testing, because first we cover manual testing for you, then automation testing. So we don't parallelly go manual and automation testing for absolute beginners. You can join both. Joining both is good, because after finishing manual testing, then you are ready to apply for jobs on manual testing, and parallelly you can upskill yourself on automation testing. So if you attend interviews, you can tell them like, no, I'm now learning Playwright with automation. That means you're not completely only manual tester, you don't know anything automation testing. So you can say something about automation testing. So it's good. Okay, 2 more minutes. If anyone has any questions, please ask. Okay, in the Q&A, we have some questions. I am new mom and want to take up this course, but since my child is just 1 week old, what is your suggestion to proceed? Should I wait to or join? Okay, anonymous attendee, I suggest you to not to join. Don't join any courses. Child is only 1 week, and the child needs you more than anything else in the world. So take care of the child. Do not give any screens to your kid at all for next 10 years. There can be others. Your partner might be helping, or if you are with in-laws or if you parents, there will be someone. So, but no one can take care of the kid like a mother does. So, work can wait. Unfortunately, I've made one post very recently on the same topic. So women has to take some breaks, no matter, even if they are in successful professions or in high rising careers. Sometimes you will have to take break for good. Otherwise, we were all not be here. I would not be here if my mom was not taking care of only me when I was born. I don't recommend taking course for new moms, especially with weeks old kids. Maybe when your kid is around 1 year old, I think that is when it is right time, because the kid can crawl, play by themselves, or you can also hand over to your partner or your in-laws or your parents for 1.5 hour of this course, and then learn, and then after that you can take care of your kid. So kids need parents for up to 5 years. So at least one parent should be there. I have two kids, 4 years and 2 years. So as a father, um and my wife is also working, so she also took break when she had kids. So that's what I would recommend. We will be here. You can join again in 2027, somewhere around that time. And also, I would like to take this opportunity. If anyone joining any of our courses, don't give your kid a screen time like mobile or TV and then listen to this course. Um, Plan some alternative, some attendees, like maybe your partner or a maid or someone or a friend. Ask them to take care of your kid for this 1.5 hour, but don't give any screens and then just learn this. This is important for women. Career is important, jobs are important. You can watch my personal Facebook and Instagram. I'm a bit vocal about that. Everyone should work, find a profession, but not at the cost of kids' health and well-being. I'm very open about no screen, no matter what, no screen time for kids. That is my slogan on social media. So it attracts a lot of development issues. Why I'm talking about just screens as for the different question, because that is the natural consequence when, unfortunately for women, if they want to do something, they have kids all the time around them. um, Now the only way they can focus on something, even if it is cooking at home, forget about learning testing, so they have to engage the kids with something else, and the easiest way is screens, unfortunately. So you have to find a way to engage them in a different way. Of course, 1 week is too young. They will be mostly sleeping, drinking, eating, etc. But you also need to, recover physically, mentally. You also need to take care of yourself. So yeah, I would say rather than joining testing, join gym, gym, and then get back your healthy self, and then yeah, when the baby is 1 year. Sir, I took a little bit more time because it's something like little personal favorite topic for me. So, but yeah, I hope you got my answer, anonymous. No need to join. I am another anonymous attendee. I am an absolute beginner, and you suggest to join manual testing. I want. Okay, yes, I answered already. Yep, all the questions were answered. I only recommend people who get benefit. Only to them I will ask them to join without thinking. For example, a BTech third year student, just join, close your eyes and join. And someone who has been not working and not doing anything, don't think too much, simply join, because something will connect to something, something will lead to something else. Dots will connect, and you can't make maximum out of everything. So join. But people with different backgrounds or unsuccessful in different fields and with young kids, small kids, I don't recommend them to join. So if I recommend, join, you will never regret. Yes. Okay. Fine then. Okay, Srikanth, thanks for your nice appreciation. I'm very open and vocal. I think out loud. I share my opinions very openly on Instagram and Facebook. You can follow me. Um, the reason why I started this academy or why I teach courses is also because I have a very well paying job, by the way. Okay, the money I make on this institution is actually nothing compared to what I make in my profession, in my field. But 15 years ago, my life changed from coming from a below middle class family to a financially very stable and independent person who could provide to family with two sisters for myself, and my mother struggled a lot. So I have that empathetic angle. I believe everyone can get a job. That's what Janatul presented at the beginning, and everyone can get a job with proper training and mentoring, and that actually transforms their lives. And also working for 15 years, I have also learned a job is not just for salary or financial independence. It's also a personality. So a working person will completely have a different personality compared to a non-working person. So these things will only be understood by people if you work for 10 years. If you are in a profession for a decade, you will understand all these things. Otherwise, it's very difficult. So with that, I have started this. That's why I can take 1 more hour and continuously answer questions and take time. So I don't get tired by talking about this subject and helping people get jobs and grow professionally. So this is started with a passion, out of passion, and it will continue to go in that way. Those who join will quickly understand that it's not just another institution we joined, but we joined a place where we know the value of this whole setup, where this will take us. These are steps, initial steps, and the journey is very long. And we take pride in being part of that initial steps. So that's the whole concept. And the more sessions you attend, the more you will connect, and the more you will understand our mission, vision, and then know the ideology behind everything. So we will connect again in upcoming sessions. So every time when we have sessions, please do join. We don't just talk tech stuff. We talk about professional development. Professional development is our goal end of the day. Yep. Okay. Then have a nice day, everyone. Have a nice rest of the Sunday, and we will all meet in future sessions. Thanks, Jostna, for your nice appreciations. Yes. Okay. That's very good to know. Yeah. Of course, we are all here from the Vishnu Sahasrama batch. Monica pulled us all here. Yep. Okay. Have a nice day, everyone. Bye bye. Thanks, Janatul. Thanks, Vikas. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.